Hi everybody, Adam Libman here, and in this video today, we're going to be talking about Grant Cardone. If you don't know Grant, he is a real estate guy at heart. However, he does motivational speaking, he does sales training, he does a lot of things. But the one thing that I want to talk to you today about is his private jet. So if you are a fan of Grant Cardone, you have probably seen and heard him talk about his private jet a lot. He likes to talk about his jet all the time. In terms of credibility tools, I think having a private jet, pretty high up there. Almost as high as having a bottle of Four Roses 125th edition, which let me tell you, absolutely good. Some consider this the #1 bourbon. Fred Minnick considers this the #1 bourbon of all time. I disagree with him. I think it's not even close. However, it is a really good bottle. So let's put it here today. However, what I want to talk to you today is the real reason why Grant Cardone bought a private jet. Yes, it is cool. Yes, it does help him fly to places, but that's not the real reason he bought it. Today, in this video, no charge to you, I reveal the true reason. And actually, it has to do with taxes, believe it or not, and really depreciation. So what I'm going to show you is a quick little video. And then what I've done is a mock tax return to show you the net effect of having or buying a $50 million or $60 million jet. So really quick, I'm going to share with you my screen really quick. And the first screen that hopefully you're seeing is going to be this picture of him doing, let's see if this plays.
And it's fantastic piece of equipment. It has serviced us here, sitting right here on the shoulder.
Yeah, so anyway, it's a $60 million jet. And then, Grant's talking, let's see, I'll just, while this is going on, I'll just play this. So Grant is talking about, his jet and how awesome it is and how much a door costs and all that kind of stuff. And really what we're talking about here is, why would someone buy a $61 million jet? If you've heard his story, you know that he wired the money and took delivery of it on New Year's Eve, which is very important. It has to do with taxes again. So let me switch now to my tax return program. So if you don't know, in addition to being an incredibly charming person, I don't make my money stripping. I don't get paid for my good looks. And you can tell I'm a little overweight these days, probably because I'm drinking a little bit too much of this. And hopefully pretty soon we're going to crack this baby. Oh, you can't tell. Here, hold on. This is lot B. Lot B for you bourbon drinkers out there. Okay, so let me switch over to this screen. And this is, I have made a fake Grant Cardone. I have made a fake Grant Cardone tax return. And so let's just go through this really quick. So I've given him a consultant on real estate of approximately $3 million. And then I have I have an airline leasing company, which you'll notice this depreciation expense of $60 million. I've added in here, he sold a property. So when I look at a tax return, I look at really this right here. So he has a business income of negative $57,000 because really the airplane business is really a business where he leases it out to himself. He might even do rentals, charters. He also has income from his rental property. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take away this for 1 month. I'm going to take away. So right now he owes $0. So it is possible to make $50 million of rental income. It is possible to make $700,000 of capital gains and still pay zero in tax. So I just want to show you this effect really quick. So the first thing that we're going to do this is actually my tax program. It's called Lacert. I'm going to just put, he bought, and so here's the G5. I'm going to make it $6. So now what you see is essentially his tax would be $22 million. So let's just say that okay, that's $22 million. So on a gross income, and remember, this is rental. Most of this is rental. This is rental, so there's not a lot of Social Security here or FICA because one of them tops off. But this is what his tax return most likely would have been. And then obviously there's state tax as well. But he would have owed approximately $22,000. However, he buys a $60 million. He buys a $60 million plane. And now you go from owing $22,000 to zero. And where we see this on the tax return is going to be on the depreciation schedule, which is 4562. And so when we go down here, we see special depreciation allowance for qualified property, $60 million. A plane does qualify for this treatment. So essentially what you see is wealthy people, what they do is they buy private planes really for the depreciation expense. Another one of my favorite people is Kylie Jenner, who recently bought a 60. She actually just bought a G7. Ooh. Step up, Grant. You better step it up. Kylie Jenner's kicking your ass. Anyway, Kylie Jenner, I think it was last year, the year before, she recently bought a jet. And a lot of people are like, why would you buy a jet? It's also important to realize that a jet can be refinanced. It can also be used as collateral. So for a lot of you out there, they're like, dude, $61 million, that's a shitload of money. Let me reframe this. Grant went from owing $23 million to zero. He could have also bought this on credit. But what's special about these types of jets is that $60 million jet can be leased out, which will give him income. He can also sell it because those types of jets retain their value. So in terms of wealth management, wealth preservation, believe it or not, a jet can be an extremely valuable asset. So I know it's very easy to see these Instagram ballers, on their private jets. And a lot of times you're like, dude, that seems like a waste of money. I would like to posit to you that in some cases, it's actually a wise investment. And once you consider the tax ramifications, buying a private jet actually is a sound tax strategy. My name is Adam Libman. And in addition to drinking bourbon, I also do taxes, which is where I really make my money. Because stripping, now with OnlyFans not allowing, pornographic material, man, I'm just better stick with taxes. Anyway, please like and subscribe this video. It really does help my ego. And it justifies the time I spend doing on this. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this and you learned something valuable. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.